What's up, guys? So you have built up some confidence and you are ready to interact with that girl you had a crush on, or simply to talk to any stranger. But how do you go about it? How do you approach someone? How do you break the ice? Today we are going to talk about 10 of the best conversation starters that will help you level up your conversation game and effortlessly approach and interact with anyone and everyone from all walks of life without being awkward. The first conversation starter you can use is by asking how her day is going. Asking how her day is going is so commonly used that it'll be the most effortless for you to start practicing with. It's as common as when people greet someone and say, "Hey, how are ya?" The bonus of asking her how her day is going is that it is such an open-ended question that she can say that it is going good or it's going bad, and you can ask why. This will allow her to open up to you more and can lead on to different topics of conversation. If it's bad and you find that you are able to help her out with it to provide a solution that would turn her day around from a bad one to a better one, then it's going to strengthen her bond with you, because we all like people who make us feel good. The second conversation starter you can use is situational awareness. What I mean by this is that you come up with the conversation starter depending on where you are and what you notice about her when you are both in the same situation. Let's use an example. You're waiting in line at your favourite pizza place. It's a Friday night, so everyone is out and the place is packed. You have been watching this girl for a while who caught your eye, and you can see that she is checking her phone a lot and seems to be replying to messages, probably from her friends asking her where she is with the food. Her body language conveys that she is getting impatient and is running late. You can approach her and casually comment on how great the pizza is here and how it is usually not this busy. Then follow up with questions like asking what her favourite pizza is. The third conversation starter you can use is by asking her how her weekend went. Now, this question is one that you may want to change up, depending on what day of the week you are asking her. What I mean is, if it is at the start of the typical work week, say a Monday or a Tuesday, you wouldn't want to ask her what she is up to for the upcoming weekend, because it is still a few days away and most likely she won't have even thought about it yet. Instead, you would be better off asking her how her weekend went, the weekend that had just gone. Likewise, if it was at the end of the working week, say on a Thursday or a Friday, you wouldn't ask her how her weekend was, because that has been and gone a few days ago and it is much closer to the next weekend coming up. So you would want to instead ask her what she has planned for the upcoming weekend. Now, if it is in the middle of the week, so a Wednesday, then you can either ask her how her weekend was or what she is up to this coming weekend. It can depend on if you have spoken to her already on Monday and Tuesday or not. If not, and this is the first time you have seen her this week, then feel free to ask her how her weekend went. I personally lean more towards asking what she has planned for the upcoming weekend, because if she has nothing planned, then it lets me know that I could potentially plan something for us to do. It's entirely up to you on Wednesdays. You could even ask her about both weekends. Why not? The fourth conversation starter you can use is to give her a compliment. We as humans are naturally more attracted to those who give us compliments and makes us feel good. And when someone gives us a compliment, we automatically are more attracted to them and are more focused on them. If you are in an office situation and you see that there is a clever way she has organised something on her desk, or how she has done a certain task, compliment her on it. If you are out and about on the weekend and you see a girl with nice shoes, let her know. Maybe not heels or anything too feminine, as it could be a bit weird, but sports shoes, definitely. The fifth conversation starter you can use is by asking her what phone she is using. Why does this work, you ask? Because when you do ask this question, it's when she is already on her phone, so you know for certain that she has one. She is probably checking out social media, but don't ask this if she is actually talking on the phone with someone, because that would just be rude to interrupt. You can, however, ask this if she has just got off that phone call though. Asking her about her phone is great for starting the conversation because it's not intrusive, because it's not about her directly, seeing as you don't know her and she doesn't know you. You can ask her if she likes using her phone, because you are in the market for a new one. She will most likely have a response to your question because chances are she would have had the phone for a while and would have formed her own opinion of what is good and bad about it. The sixth conversation starter you can use is to ask her if she has been to an event like this before. This will make it a lot easier to form a conversation with her because you have something in common that you are both attending to talk about. It could be a more professional corporate or networking event, or it could be someone's birthday. Either way, you can add on to this by asking if they know the speaker at the event or the host of the party and how they know them. If it's at a casual party, this is a good way to prevent you from stepping on someone's toes, because you do not want to be hitting up your mate's new girl. The seventh conversation starter you can use is by saying something that immediately adds value to her day. How do you do this, you ask? Well, you first need to observe her and seek out what you and her have in common, and figure out what value you can provide to her. It could be that you are both at the gym, right? And you see that she has a smartwatch on, or that you see her using her phone. If you have the same watch as her, you can approach and say how good the watch is and how much more convenient it is while working out. You can then add some value by asking if she had tried this fitness app that syncs to your phone and provide a bit of the benefits to it. Just don't act all techie or come across as a salesman. What you shouldn't do is approach her while she is working out and try to correct her technique, because no stranger ever likes to be corrected by someone who has not only obviously been checking them out, but also comes across as a bit of a know-it-all. Maybe you are getting coffee one day and seen that she has ordered a drink you have had before, but forgot to add X into it, that you have found makes it taste so much better. So just casually say, "Hey, I noticed that you ordered that coffee. You should try adding X into it, cause it makes it that much better." She might take up your idea and try it, or she may not, but if she does and it changes her coffee forever, you can bet that she will remember you every time she orders that coffee. The eighth conversation starter you can use is to ask her how her drink is. This obviously will only apply if she has a drink in her hand, and will most likely be one you use at a more social event. You can then follow this up by asking her for recommendations on other drinks and any food, because they all look so good and you just can't decide. And it is a good opportunity to ask her if you can buy her a drink, to thank her for her help. By asking her for her recommendation first, she feels that she has provided value to you, and by offering her a drink is you showing that you appreciate her help, rather than not asking her any questions where she is able to provide any value and then offering to buy her a drink. You will come across as wanting to pick her up, which could be moving too fast for her if you have only just met. The ninth conversation starter you can use is by asking, "What are your favourite places to eat around here?" Asking her for her personal recommendations makes a great conversation starter because it makes her feel valued. It doesn't even matter whether you are hungry or whether you have just eaten. You can ask her what burger joint she recommends, or maybe a pizza place, because when it comes to fast food, everybody has their favourite and an opinion to back it up as to why. Maybe she has some dietary requirements, or you find that she prefers to eat healthier. Either way, you're going to get an insight into her as an individual. Even if she says that she is new to the area, it doesn't matter, as that can lead you to another conversation topic. Maybe you are new to the area too, and you can ask her if she would like to meet up and check out the area on the weekend. The 10th conversation starter you can use is to ask her if she is having a good time. This starter is situation dependent and is most suitable in situations where it is more of a social fun environment. Maybe you can see that she is by herself in the room. Go up to her and ask her if she is having fun or having a good time. It's a simple starter and way less cliche than the standard, "Hey, how you doing?" You wouldn't want to ask her this if you are in the office and you can tell that she is stressing out about something. It would be the same as saying, "Calm down," when someone is not angry. You will make them angry. Guys, being able to start a conversation with someone is a necessary skill that only gets better with practice. And if you use any of the 10 conversation starters that we have talked about today, you will be less nervous and will level up your conversation game. Thanks for watching. Until next time, keep leveling up.